Okay, it is almost 8 p.m. on Friday. Finished up dinner. Kaitlyn's walking the dog. Gonna do a little bit of foam rolling, get ready for bed, and we got the Emerald Mountain Epic tomorrow. 50 miles, 2 laps. I love this course. Gonna be a ton of fun. It's race morning. I just left the house, jumping on the path here, pedaling over to the start. 25 minutes. It's chilly this morning. As you can see, I got the jacket on, and well, the legs are feeling good. Good breakfast. Ready for a big day. Hopefully it's not that big. Alright guys, back in the van studio now. Got the Emerald Mountain Epic. Just had the start there. Pretty tame start for this race, given it's 50 miles at starting at around 7,000 feet. It kind of makes sense. Going up the first start climb here, definitely really pacing it early on. I knew that one, it was going to be a long day, but at altitude, if you go too deep too early on, you're just going to be suffering. So really paced myself up that first short little climb. Came around 2 guys, but as you can see, the front group of about 5 guys is kind of out of sight already. I talked to Tasman at the end, who actually won the race. He said that the top 2 guys went out super hard, and he didn't even follow them, knowing that, being the long day at altitude, he's kind of learned how to pace it by now. So he kind of metered his effort as well, which I think was super smart. As you can see, I definitely came around a few guys that did not have that approach, whether they were used to it or not, or just kind of getting caught up in the whole bike game. It's race day, and they're wanting to get after it. Follow the wheels in front of you. You don't want to give anything up and let it go. But if you can pace it and be on your target power for the climbs, you're just gonna have a better day in the end. So I'm probably at the top of the first climb now, no more than 10 miles in. I'm probably sitting in 7th or 8th at this point, I would guess, on this guy's wheel here. He was doing a decent job on the descent, but kind of giving away a little bit of speed, a little too much braking. I had ridden this probably 4 or so times to this point, so I kind of knew the key sections and where the little sketchy bits were. So I kind of was riding within myself, but would come around him here in a few minutes, get by, and start to set my own pace on the rest of this descent. If you see a good spot, try to get by real quick. Cool. Thanks, dude. ended up catching another guy and then tacking on to this group of 2 right near the bottom, which was perfect. Gave me a little pull across the road section there, connecting the bottom of the first ascent and the second climb. So that definitely is super nice for the motivation and just kind of getting pulled along. But as soon as we got on that climb, I settled back into my pace, and those guys rode away. And I thought I might catch them again on the next ascent that I'm starting right now, but unfortunately I did not. They were super strong. I thought they were setting a heavy pace, but they were there for it, and they held it all the way to the end. This is the after the second climb on the first lap. So there's 2 main climbs and 2 main descents. So I'm on to the second descent of the first lap, and this is pretty much trending downhill all the way to the start finish. This one was so much more fun. It kind of gets tight and twisty, some like nice switchbacks and little rooty, sections and whatnot. So really having a ton of fun. I knew this one pretty well, also had ridden it a bunch of times, and on the day I ended up setting my fastest times on both of these descents, and the climbs also, but was really just ripping these descents, and I was just like having a ton of fun. I mean, what else can you do other than just have fun in the middle of the race, just kind of letting it hang out there on the limit always.
All right, let's see if I can catch these guys. Boy, shoo! Yeah, too much. Heyo. Friggin' saved it. This is crazy. Ew. Big bite. Just stay calm. Focus now. Yeah, buddy. It's tight, but it's sick. Yeah, boy. Much grip with these fresh tires. Let's go. Thanks, guys. so sketch. Bad line. Woo! Yeah, boy. Thanks.
Start finish now. Lap 1 done. Came flying through and looking for Kaitlyn to get my bottles and feed.
Yeah.
To go into the second lap, and she was not really in the feed zone, kind of in an odd spot, so slamming on the brakes, grabbing the stuff I needed from her. You can see there, got the Never Second ice gel, the kind of new thing they just came out with. Had it frozen in the van, pulled it out, and I mean, it's just like a little freeze pop.
All right, lap 2 climb. Did not catch those 2 guys on the descent, but I'm sure I had to put time into them. So we'll see if I can see them on this open section here. If not, it's a long day. All right, nearing the top of the first climb on lap 2, last lap. Kind of going in and out with the legs, but I'm gonna hold on. Oh, it's getting warm too. Shoot.
Doing all you can to stay cool on days like this is super important. And yeah, Never Second coming on as a partner of ours on this channel, helping out, using their gels and their drink mix all day. It's been great, and like I said, the ice gel was perfect for trying to stay cool on a hot day like this.
Well, the guys at the aid station said I was making ground, so that's positive. I also feel like I'm definitely moving on this, and I caught them on the last lap, so hoping to catch them again. All right, well, there's the bench. I know I'm close. Starting to battle some cramps. One small cramp. Shifting is terrible, and pretty sure I blew out my shock. That's like sitting all the way at 80%. Oh boy. Just gotta hang on.
Keep cranking around, guys.
Water.
Nice job, nice job.
Yeah.
Way to go, On your left.
Stop, dude.
Yeah, buddy.
Yep, the shock is definitely blown out, and oh, it is handling horribly. Like 3 pedal strikes already, and it just feels so strange. It's sitting. Oh, no traction in the rear. It's like a terrible geometry hardtail. Wow. Just terrifying. One behind you. Thank you. Yep.
Final few turns right into the finish here. I really had no idea where I was. I kind of figured I was sitting in like 6th or 7th, but to come to find out at the end, one guy dropped out, one guy flatted out or something, and then yeah, ended up 4th on the line, which I was like super stoked with. Had really no idea where I was. The time was good, like 15 minutes faster than when I had raced here about 2 years ago. So just all around like a solid day. Kind of let the hydration go a bit. I could have had another bottle or two. Was feeling that towards the end, a little dehydrated. The effort was failing me, and as you heard, you know, the cramps were kind of hitting. But for the most part, it all came together on race day. And there's Kaitlyn finishing now. She did the duo with one of her athletes, actually.
Dang, it got hot for you.
Oh yeah, it did.
Oh my goodness.
Would you do it again?
Yes.
So when the race was done, I had about, I think I had 5 gels, all of Never Second. One of them was one of their caffeinated gels, so kind of had that about halfway through. Then I had 2 bottles of their mix, which had about 100 grams of carb in each bottle. I kind of mixed that my own using the C30 mix, put in about 3.5 scoops, and I'd use that instead of the C90 because I'm getting more sodium from the C30. It's got 200 milligrams per scoop, so versus the C90's only got 200 in the whole serving. So I'm pretty heavy sweater, so kind of doubling down on that helped for the long day. And then unfortunately I only had one other bottle and a half, so I probably, like I said, could have done another bottle or 2 of water at least just to keep up on the hydration, try to limit some of those cramps. But I mean, the feeling was there. It was close to 90 grams of carbs per hour. Just kind of let the hydration slip a little bit. So always learning, always figuring things out. This one was tough. I was trying to stay light as possible and not carry 2 bottles or a hydration pack just with all the climbing. So right choice in the end. Just should have grabbed another bottle from one of those neutral aids that are so good here at the Emerald Mountain Epic. I hope to be back next year, kind of keep coming to some of these events again and just, you know, see how your times improve. You learn the course, you go faster. It's a ton of fun, and it's a great scene. So I'd recommend, if you're ever in the area, head out to Steamboat, jump in the Emerald Mountain Epic. And for those of you that also like the 2-legged thing, the running, they've got a half marathon and a full trail marathon on Sunday, the day after the mountain bike race. So you can jump in that too. It's got something for everybody. Thanks, guys. See you on the next one.